Nalakana and welcome to the Celtic Christmas podcast. My name is Mark Gunn, the Celt Father. I am a Celtic musician and host of the award-winning Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. It's time for a new year of this Celtic Christmas podcast, and this year I'm excited because the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast released a new compilation CD called A Celtic Christmas. The album is just fantastic, and it has already topped the charts on iTunes and Amazon. Now I'd like to share with you some of the music from the compilation, along with a wee bit of information about the incredible artists who were kind enough to donate their music to this album. We're going to start it off with Mithril. This is the Galician carol from their album Winter's Day. Mithril's unique progressive style has its roots in traditional Celtic music, but moves far beyond that, weaving such diverse influences as American folk, classical, and Middle Eastern melodies into their full tapestry of sound. The band is out of Mobile, Alabama, and they are just incredible. Here's Mithril. Heather Dale writes songs for modern dreamers, witty, fun-loving, imaginative people who aren't afraid to be different. Heather's original songs tap into legends, mythology, history, and fantasy. From her album The Green Knight comes Hunting the Wren, which is based on a traditional song with some updated lyrics by Heather Dale.
Oh, the Wren is the king of all birds. On St. Stephen's Day he get caught in the furs. It's up with the kettle and it's down with the pan. Give us a penny for to bury the wren. Oh, the wren is a terrible rake. Won't you give us a penny for the little bird's wake? It's up with the bottle and it's down with the can. Give us a penny for to bury the wren. us a penny for the little bird's quill. It's up with the paper and it's down with the pen. Give us a penny for to bury the wren. On St. Stephen's Day he could pot in the furs. Up with the kettle and it's down with the pan. Give us a penny for to bury the wren.
John McGaha is a multi-genre musician based out of Norman, Oklahoma, with over 30 years of musical experience. The McGahas are a musical family descended from Scottish and Irish immigrants. From his album The Longest Night, A Winter Celebration, here is Gloucestershire Wassail. About George Papavgeris, Graham Cyril writes, "The most prolific of creative men, the grandest of hearts and maker of songs that sear into the soul, George is unique to say the least. His lilting accent lends a fantastic clarity to his delivery that is matched by deceptively simple guitar work. Few have written so many songs that demand your full attention and then insist in the finest of ways on staying with you forever." This is one of my absolute favorite songs from the Celtic Christmas compilation. It is by George Papavgeris. This is Without You on Christmas Day. Grab a Kleenex box.
mid-morning, every Christmas Eve we used to gather. It was the perfect way to start the holidays. We'd have a snack and then we all would follow Father. And to the local jars like children we would race. And when we got back, somewhat worse for wear and reeling, we'd laugh to see the driveway being so full of cars. It might have been the beer, but I remember feeling that there could not be a happier family than ours. Because you were the one that kept us all together. Though how you worked your magic, none of us could say. Your blazing fire would drive away the coldest weather. What will we do now without you on Christmas Day? We'd sit around the kitchen table in the evening. You'd get the trifle ready and would peel the sprouts. Sometimes we'd sing and Father's voice would raise the ceiling, and windows shook with all our laughter and our shouts. A glass of sherry and a mince pie and a carrot for Father Christmas you would put there on the shelf, and you'd pretend you only did it for the children, but we all knew that it was really for ourselves. Because you were the one that kept us all together. So how you worked your magic, none of us could say. Your blazing fire would drive away the coldest weather. What will we do now without you on Christmas Day? First thing next morning, we would panic in the kitchen until we got the turkey safely on the go. And as we wished each other once more Merry Christmas, with love and pride both Father's eyes and yours would glow. And when at last we'd sit around the Christmas table, we'd pull the crackers and we'd wear the silly hats, and we would praise you for the turkey and for the pudding, but took for granted all the love you laid for us. Because you were the one that kept us all together. Though how you worked your magic, none of us could say. Your blazing fire would drive away the coldest weather. What will we do now without you on Christmas Day? Come Boxing Day, we'd all disperse into our own worlds, and thank you both for one more perfect holiday. And we would hush the children who were asking questions about why Granny cried as we all drove away. And now we know that it's our turn to take the mantle, but we're not sure where to begin and what to do. The truth is that the gap you left no one can handle, and none of us can ever be another you. Because you were the one that kept us all together. Now how you worked your magic, none of us could say. Your blazing fire would drive away the coldest weather. What will we do now without you on Christmas Day? What will we do now without you on Christmas Day?
As a classical folk, jazz, and swing musician, Tom Morley is one of the most visible violinists on the Gulf Coast. Classically trained with a degree in music education, Tom has earned a living with his violin in almost every conceivable musical direction. He has played professionally on stage or in the recording studio in Celtic, Cajun, country, folk, classical swing, and jazz styles. This is Tom Morley. It's from his CD, The Raven's Wing. This is Cold, Frosty Morning. Jed Marm plays regularly on folk, bluegrass, and Celtic radio programs around the world. His music is also widely distributed on all the major MP3 services throughout the U.S. Each year, Jed plays over 150 shows at festivals, clubs, and concert venues. This is from his album, Rejoice, a Christmas album. This is Banjos We Have Heard on High by Jed Marm.
Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high. I heard a band of angels sing. Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high. And on this day a newborn king. Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high. Holy night, silent night, Lord of Lord and light of light. Angels sing, banjos ring, praise the newborn King. Son of God and Son of Man. Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high. Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high. And following were wise men from afar. Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high. Holy night, silent night, Lord of Lord and light of light. Angels sing, banjos ring, praise the newborn King. Son of God and Son of Man. Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high.
Their music has been dubbed as Americelt, a cross-pollination of styles that is high-octane and progressive yet rooted in tradition. The Elders are not a traditional act, so they are at liberty to pick and choose from among the catchiest bits and pieces of their rather diverse collective musical past. The result is a skillful mix-up of amped-up American roots rock with a strong Celtic twist, featuring powerful vocals and blazing instrumentals and top-notch songwriting. This is The Elders with Christmas Day.
Wonder what we're doing here. mother's doing fine, though fading away. What keeps her heart alive is your promise by her side. I will see you all again on Christmas Day. All again on Christmas Day. We will see you all again with our sisters. We will reach the promised land. See you all again with our brothers. We will reach the promised land. See you all again on Christmas Day. We will see you all again with our brothers. We will reach the promised land. See you all again with our brothers. We will reach the promised land. See you all again with our brothers. We will reach the promised land.
I hope you enjoyed this Celtic Christmas podcast. If you did, please do me a favor, go on over to iTunes or your favorite podcatcher, rate it, share it, post your comments, let others know how much you enjoy the Celtic Christmas podcast. You can also find all these bands in our show notes at CelticChristmasPodcast.com. Add a link to the website too. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you haven't got a copy of A Celtic Christmas, the compilation CD, that's the best way to support this podcast, support the artists who so kindly donated their music to this particular episode. They're all these bands, all these songs are on this compilation CD, and it is a fantastic compilation. Plus, if you buy the album between now and Christmas, either the physical CD or the digital copies, and then you email the receipt to CelticPodcast@gmail.com, I will send you a second album of tracks by all these bands. That's right. 2 albums for the price of 1. So it's all a digital album, but you get to hear some of the other music that these incredible artists are kind enough to donate. So thank you again for your kind and generous support. Again, CelticChristmasPodcast.com. Nalakana Div, Sláinte.